Am I the a-hole for secretly testing my husband to see if he'd cheat? Hey everyone, I'm Lily, 29F, and I did something that's been haunting me ever since. I need an honest opinion. Did I cross a line? Or was I just protecting my heart? Chris, 31 million, and I have been married for 5 years. He's always been loving, supportive, and caring. Honestly, I never had a reason to doubt him. Until recently. A few months ago, I started noticing small things that might not mean much on their own, but together they made my stomach churn. He was glued to his phone more than usual, not just scrolling, but actively texting someone, smiling at his screen. He started coming home later than usual, always with vague excuses like work ran late or I grabbed a drink with a coworker. He changed his cologne. This might sound dumb, but he'd worn the same scent since we met. Suddenly he was trying something new. Why? He started dressing better. New clothes, styled hair, even subtle workouts. He was trying to impress someone. I brought it up casually. I joked, "Got a secret admirer at work?" He just laughed and said, "You're my only admirer, babe." But something in my gut told me otherwise. I confided in my best friend, Jenna, who told me I was probably overthinking it. But the anxiety wouldn't leave me. So, against my better judgment, I decided to test him. I made a fake social media profile. Nothing crazy, just a simple, attractive girl named Emma who was new in town. I followed him, liked a few posts, and sent a message. "Hey, you popped up on my suggested friends. You seem really cool. Hope I'm not being weird." I expected him to ignore it, or at least mention it to me, but nope. He replied. At first it was innocent, friendly. But then, it started shifting. He said he was married, but that things had been dull lately. He complimented Emma's looks, saying she was refreshing. He asked her what she was into, hinting at wanting to meet up. My heart sank. I kept the conversation going for a few days just to see how far he'd go. And he went too far. He suggested grabbing drinks. Just as friends, of course. I was furious, but also heartbroken. I wanted to explode, but I needed a plan. That weekend, I told him I had a girls' night with Jenna and pretended to go out. Instead, I sent a message from Emma telling him to meet her at a lounge. And guess who showed up? Chris. I walked in right as he was sitting down, looking around nervously. His face went white when he saw me. "Looking for someone?" I asked, my voice shaking. He stammered, trying to lie, but I showed him my phone. The messages, the account, everything. He was caught. He swore he never would have done anything, that he was just curious, that he loved me and that I was being paranoid. But if I hadn't stopped it, how far would it have gone? Now he's angry, not at himself, but at me for tricking him. He says what I did was just as bad as cheating because I set him up to fail. I don't know what to think anymore. I feel guilty for the deception, but at the same time, if he was loyal, wouldn't he have just ignored the message? Am I the a-hole for testing my husband's loyalty? Or was I right to follow my instincts?